What's poppin', gang? Welcome to the Fucks You Talking About podcast. That's my man over there. Introduce yourself, my boy. Tell him who you is.
Yeah, it's the realest motherfucker on this side of the galaxy. You know the vibes. Young guy blowing the flesh, feel me?
Young guy fucking blow, nigga. And he's joined by the one and only Jay Sean the Don, Jay Breezy, Jay Dollars, Jay Money. Nobody called me any of those. My name is Jay Sean. It was a mission to get here, but we in this bitch, man.
Where we done spent. we booked this space to record, and we booked it 2 hours ago. We just now started recording.
Fuck it though, we in this bitch, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so boom, we gonna start like this, right?
What's up? Talk to me.
I'm from the Bronx. I grew up in the Bronx my whole life. I've been all over the Bronx. I lived in Highbridge, 183rd, Crotona, all over the Bronx. Fordham. I was all over this shit, so I'm good over here. Got a PhD in the Bronx. I got a little minor in Harlem on my niggas.
Yes, sir.
Pause. That's how I got a minor in Harlem. Pause.
Yeah. That's not what he meant.
I meant I got a PhD in the Bronx. I also specialize in Harlem. Got a couple of my mans out in Harlem.
I got a minor in Harlem.
Pause. Shout out my Harlem niggas though. Shout out my Harlem niggas.
Hey, listen. I'm double majoring in Brooklyn Nightology. I've been in Brooklyn for most of my life. I won't say I got a minor, but I studied a semester in Florida, so I got a little bit of knowledge of the Floridians. But most of my life, you know, New York born and raised. Jumped from like Bushwick to Bed-Stuy. That's pretty much my life right there.
We in this bitch, bro. That's our credentials. If you asking who the fuck is we, nigga, who the fuck is you, bro?
Who the fuck is you?
You fucking asking me who the fuck I live here, bro. I can fucking talk about this shit, all right?
That ass. We bringing knowledge. We bringing comedy. We bringing entertainment all around. You feel me?
And a pretty face for your bitch to look at. Word?
Exactly. Yo, don't watch this shit with your bitch, because she might fuck around and end up over here.
Nigga might, nigga. She gonna be talking to me tonight, you heard?
She gonna be talking in my mic like this.
Yeah, you heard, nigga? Stop fucking playing with us. All right, so boom. We're gonna move on to tell them how we met, Joe. Tell them how we met.
Wait. Yo, so we met. We worked at the same place. Pretty much. Should I talk about before?
Yeah, talk about how you got there. Tell
right.
how you got where you was at.
So I'm a working man. We both working man. We hard workers, right? Fuck corporations. Fuck capitalism. Fuck all that shit. But yes, we have had our fair share of jobs doing shit that we didn't really want to do. So pretty much fresh out of high school, this is actually funny. Fresh out of high school, 17 years old, the first place I ever worked at was this place called Restaurant Depot.
The fuck is that?
So Restaurant Depot is basically like the supermarket that restaurants go shop at. So like our food bazaar, yeah, exactly, to get shit in bulk. So like they'll get like caseloads and fucking pallets. This shit was in Masspet, Queens. Now that's a whole nother thing. All right, never worked before. My first job, I'm getting up at 10 o'clock in the morning to get to a 12 o'clock shift, 12 to 9. Getting back home at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Nigga was a Mexican. All right.
Literally, bro. Okay, so pretty much, I know that shit sound crazy. I'm leaving at 10 and getting back home at 1 o'clock in the morning. Pretty much what happened was, so my mom's ex at the time, he got a job there. It was an easy way to get a job. I commute with that nigga in the morning, but that nigga had a shorter shift than me. It was crazy. Mm-hmm. So I'm 17 years old, working a 9-hour shift, but I'm really outside for like 14, 15 hours. For those of you who don't know, Masspet, Queens is basically no man's land. There's nothing there. There's no trains. There's like one bus, and that's the one bus I had to take. So from where I live in Bed-Stuy, I had to take the fucking M to the last stop.
Damn.
And then from the M, I had to transfer to a bus. And then from that bus, I had to transfer to another bus, the last stop. And then now I'm like in the part of Queens where all the warehouses are at. And literally where the warehouses are at, and there's like nobody. Like you don't see nothing but fucking UPS trucks, and like
nigga moving like an immigrant.
Pretty much, bro. Literally, I was like, nah, there's no way I'm living my life like this right now.
I respect it.
Yeah, this shit is insane. Just make sure this shit is still Gucci.
It fucking better be.
Yeah.
It fucking better be. Who made this company? I'm on your eyes. This shit not good, nigga. I'm on your eyes.
So yeah, Restaurant Depot. So then I get off the last stop. The shit is in like barren wasteland nowhere. I can't drive, so I'm working with 40, 30-year-old grown-ass men. Like, they're at the end of their lives. Like, they never went back to school. They
Fucking
never did
losers.
Losers, right?
Losers.
They never did anything good for themselves.
I know a few.
So I'm still a teenager, and I'm working like these niggas, bro. Like, I'm moving pallets and shit.
Like doing grown
I'm
man
working
work?
in a fucking refrigerator, bro, cause I was working in the produce section. So I'm in that bitch with a fucking with my sweater, and then they gave you like the shit to wrap around your waist, cause you're gonna be heavy lifting. I'm like, bro, why am I here right now? So I'm working. It wouldn't have been that bad if it wasn't for the fact that my manager was a bitch. Yo, Victor, if you seen this shit, suck my dick, dead ass.
My dick, Victor.
Victor was a coked out nigga that used to go in the parking lot his break and just sniff mad coke in his that dashboard.
We will hop you, Victor. No funny shit. You will get hot, man.
Fuck that nigga, right? So on top of me being outside for 15 hours, taking 2 hours going and 4 hours going back home, I had to deal with this nigga throughout my whole shift. And this, like, he was the type of person that nothing pleased him. Like, you could have did like an A+ job, but he was like,
and you're still not happy.
that's what I'm saying, bro. So, like, I could do one thing wrong. It could be right after I finished pushing a 20-foot pallet full of, like, rice, like bags of rice. The moment I finish putting it in and I'm going back with my pallet jack, the nigga see I'm not doing nothing. Lazy.
Oh, is he
Like,
white? Mexican?
He Mexican. That's what made it worse, bro. Like, you like as a fellow Hispanic, like, you would understand the struggle, and then you want to be on my dick to go please probably some white nigga that's like sitting in the main office just looking down on all of us like we're fucking ants and shit, like his slaves.
I don't know what the Spanish word for coon is, but that sounds like a
Word.
cunito. That be call them niggas.
Like we're a gringo pleaser. But yeah, so, you know, obviously enough was enough. I had enough of that shit, so I wanted to find a new job. So I was like, all right, what's the easiest transition? So I thought, let me work in retail. Let me apply for Old Navy. And it was the Old Navy that was on 34th Street. So I apply, I get the interview. When I get there, it's a group interview, and this shit is fucked up, bro. So we're doing the group interview, and they're like, oh yeah, give us like your current or past work history. Give us the reason why you deserve to be here, all of that shit, blah, blah, blah.
Nigga said deserve to be at Old Navy.
Right. Deserve. Like, nigga, I'm just folding clothes.
Like, it's a privilege.
Word. So yeah, the interview's going good. I'm like, you know, I'm happy. I'm like, I don't have to do all this crazy ass travel. I'm like, I'm looking forward to it, because I'm like, my personality's good. My personality's bright. They're gonna love me. So I'm like, yeah, I currently work at Restaurant Depot. For those of you who don't know, it's like some place in Massapequa, Queens, where we just sell stuff to like restaurants and stuff. And when I said that, there was multiple interviewers. There was like a group of like 5 interviewers. When I said that, one of the ladies looked at me like this, and then I noticed that, but I didn't pay any mind to it. I was like, whatever. So then, after the interview's over, she came up to me and she said, "You said you work at Restaurant Depot?" And I was like, "Yeah, why?" She was like, "You know Victor?" When I heard that shit, my heart sunk to my ass. I was like, because I had called out that day just to go do this interview, right? So I was like, "Yeah, I know Victor. He's my manager." She's like, "Oh yeah, Victor's my husband."
That's Mrs. Cokehead. That's kind of crazy.
When I tell you, the next day I go into work, nigga pulled me to the side and said, "So Old Navy." Not only was this bitch married to the op, but this bitch is an op herself. I was like, all right, it's one thing to realize that, like, I'm someone that works with your husband. It's another thing to snitch on me.
Word. You know, one of your employees was trying to better himself. Do you know that?
Right. And guess what happened then? Nigga made my life the living hell. Bro, like, I could not catch a break with this nigga. Like, I thought it was bad before. That nigga was like, no, now you gotta work over there. There's no break. And that nigga was clocking my breaks too. He'll come outside looking for me. And like, I'm not going anywhere. We're in the middle of fucking nowhere. I literally I had to pack lunch and eat outside in the fucking parking lot on one of those fucking like concrete slabs, just sitting like where you park the car. I wasn't sitting there eating. This nigga's like, because then after I come out my break, that nigga go on his break and he get coked out. Anyway. I had enough after a while, so then I went to a shift. This nigga came up to me. He's like, you know, I'm hard on you because I want to see you do better, right?
Nigga, who you, my father?
I hate that shit, right? Like my pops don't even say that to me. So I'm like, all right. No, I was like, no, yeah. I had put in my 2-week notice like a few days before that. So I'm thinking he realized like, yo, he's actually a good worker, and I'm like, I fucked up. So he was like, all right, you know, I think you're a great worker. I think I was like, all right, cool.
Regular shit.
Then the next day I came in. And I came in a little late because obviously the travel was like pretty crazy. And at this point, it's like my 2-week notice. I don't give a fuck. I come in and he was like, "The fuck you coming in late for?" Like some crazy. He said some out of pocket shit to me that had me like,
nah.
Alright. So I was like, "Yo, is it okay if I take an early break just to get out the way?" And he was like, "Yeah, cool." It was like an hour into my shift. I never came back.
As you shouldn't, nigga.
I went to the front where you clocked out, and then I left. I went home. Never seen that nigga a day after that. I'm glad I didn't give that nigga none of my like personal information to contact me, because that shit would have.
Nigga been calling you.
He would have been on my dick bad.
You.
Yeah, exactly.
We need you, bro. Restaurant Depot, bro. you Restaurant Depot backbone, bro.
Where that was my first job, and then after that, I started working at Kmart on 34th Street, the one that went out of business. That shit was pretty cool. I stole from there a lot.
As you should.
Like, it was going out of business. There was like no cameras anywhere, bro. Like, I was hungry. I would just go to the back and I worked in the section. I worked in the back room.
Right.
So like I had like everything there. I was like, fuck it, you know, I'm hungry. For legal reasons, I'm joking right now. By the way, I am very much joking about everything that I am
Everything on the
saying.
show is a prop for entertainment purposes.
Right. This is completely satire. Everything you hear us say will be complete satire.
Not admissible in a court of law.
Exactly. We're joking. We're entertainers. This is a facade. Anyway, I was hungry. I just pop it open a thing of snacks, right? And the thing is, like, when you had damaged goods, you could just put it in the damaged goods section. So I just put it there after I'm done fucking that shit up. Like, okay, look, someone tried to steal from this. I'm just putting it there. And then, bro, it was so... I stole, like, so much clothes and, like, fucking shoes, nigga.
Necessity, you know?
Exactly.
Type shit.
And then after that, that's when I went to college. But college is a whole nother story I'm not going to talk about right now. When I came back, that's when I started working at Walgreens. Walgreens, that was probably the best job I had in terms of like convenience, because that shit was right down the block from my crib. They want me to go back, which is funny because about what I'm about to tell you. So yeah, they had good, cool management. The dude liked me. Then he moved to another store, took some of the workers with him to the other store. Then we got a new manager. That new manager, she was a bitch to everybody except for me. She was really nice. Shout out Harper. I don't know if she still works there.
Shout out Harper. If you need some dick,
where you look like you need some dick in your life.
I'll add a nigga. Feel me?
So there was this coworker I had. I'm not gonna mention any names. Let's just say his name is Tyrese or something, right?
Bitch ass
So
nigga, man.
yeah, word. So he had I'm gonna tell y'all what actually happened, and I'm gonna tell you what I tell niggas happened. So he found out that after a customer buys something, a coupon comes out. And then instead of giving the coupon to the person, he would just keep it. And then from week to week, we'd get free shit.
I love this story. I wish I was there for that.
Right. So it would be like a $10 off coupon, like because there's different types of coupons. Like, oh, you save $1 if you buy one get one
type shit.
Or like you can get $3 off of medicine. But the best ones were $3, $5, $10 off your purchase, right?
He giving away the method for Walgreens niggas. Y'all still work there? He giving y'all the method right now.
I don't know if this still works. It might have stopped working for this very reason, right?
He giving y'all the method. Pay attention.
So we found out coupons work more than once. So we
also like one coupon, print out on the receipt.
So what we used to do was we used to like take the coupon from the customer. They wouldn't know, obviously. We're not just robbing niggas.
Right.
Reminder, satire. So then at the end of the day, when we ready to buy stuff,
right,
like we never blatantly like took stuff from the store. We just used the coupons.
Right.
So he'd give me the $10 coupon off. This order's $10. Like, he got a free, all that shit that he got for free. I throw it out. He'd come back around me, take that shit out the trash. He'd take that shit out the trash and use that shit again the very next day.
Damn.
So I wasn't. So this part, I wasn't aware that if you use the same coupon, I wasn't aware that you could use the same coupon. This nigga kept on using the same coupon every single time he came to me.
Oh, he got you fucked up.
So I knew that he was doing this because I was doing the same thing, but I wasn't using the same coupons. You feel me? So we were both doing some fucked up shit, but he was doing more fucked up shit.
It's fucked up shit and it's dickhead shit.
Exactly. He was doing dickhead shit.
He was being a dickhead, and you was just
right. I was just caught in the
regular nigga
crosshairs.
shit, as you should.
So then one day,
Tyrese.
one day I get into work and this nigga, I get pulled into the office and there was like, you're under investigation. I was like,
hard in your ass. I know that feeling.
Where there's like, so we're gonna be going over some stuff and we're gonna be looking at cameras and stuff, but just to let you know, you're under investigation. It's like, fuck. Cause so they didn't say why, and I'm like thinking in my head, what did I do? And then I'm like, fuck, it's probably that shit. Anyway, I'm going each day, and word gets around fast in that bitch. And I won't talk about this in this podcast. I'll talk about that in maybe another episode. Maybe we could bring up like messy coworkers and stuff like that. Shit. But them niggas used to talk a lot of shit. Word got around fast. Niggas looked at me like I just committed murder. Like, you know, Joseph did this.
Fucking
right?
thief.
And I was like, whatever.
Hide your purses.
Right. So then one day, like, so here's what killed me. 2 weeks go by and nothing happens. So I'm thinking I'm scot-free. Then one day I get called into the main office by the manager, and then when I get in there, the fucking district manager's in there, and he was like, "Yeah, so can you explain what you were doing here?" And they showed the camera. No, they asked me about the stuff. They were like, "Did you know that if you use coupons over and over, it comes up in our system and we can see that?" And because it was under your name that you were the person that were ringing up these transactions, we know that you had something to do with this. And I was like, and this is what I told niggas. When niggas asked why I got fired, this is what I told niggas. I didn't know he was using multiple different coupons. I was completely unaware of this.
Flabbergasted.
But there was one point that I messed up. I fucked up. Because at this point, I knew the nigga was doing that. And I was like, fuck it, you know, like, I just gave him the coupon back like a fucking idiot. Then the district manager, he shows this. He was like, so you didn't know that he was doing this? And I was like, no. Then he pulls up the security footage. So why are you giving him the coupon back?
So why are you fucking lying right now?
Right. And then I was like, I'm not gonna lie. I've been lying. Like I felt like a dickhead, bro.
He's like, yeah, I got me.
No, really, I was like, you know what?
The jig is up.
You know what? I may have knew what he was doing. Fuck. Like in that moment, I was like, fuck. And then they kept me working still. And then one day I just got pulled into the office. She's like, yeah, you're fired. And I was like,
afford to let you go right away.
Word. I was like, all right, whatever, cool. So then I got fired from there. Was out of job for a little minute, and then that's when we get to GameStop. I'm not gonna talk about my GameStop experience yet, but that's where I met him. And at this time, I'm working like a slave to please the manager, the store manager, because I'm thinking that's the only way I could get hours, because I was a seasonal employee. I'm thinking like, okay, if I don't like buckle up, like, you know, these niggas gonna kick me out. And I'm fake not trying to look for another job right now, because job searching is hard. As many jobs as there are in New York, it's very fucking hard to find a job, and to find a job that you're actually interested in, because there'll be places that are hiring, but you're like, I don't want to fucking work there. So I was thinking, okay, I was applying for GameStop since my first job. Like, that's the, like, you a teenager, you love playing video games, you think, oh yeah, GameStop lit, I'm about to come in here. You wouldn't be further from the truth, bro. That shit is. Get back to that. So I'm working hard just to please these niggas. And then I go from a seasonal.
Nah, I'm not trying to be like Cam and Mace, but hold on, bro. Working hard to please.
All right, we gonna drop a pause there.
Nah, we're gonna say Ayo instead of pause.
Yeah.
I don't want them niggas copyright infringement.
Nah, fact. Ayo. Yeah. So, yeah, so once they realized that I'm actually a good worker, them niggas put me from working like, 4 hours, 3 days, working 5 days, 40 hours a week. Like, they really slaved my ass. So now I'm thinking I'm hot shit because I'm getting hours. They're bringing up the thought of management position and stuff like that, like, you know, getting a raise. And
They always dangle that shit in your face at GameStop.
Where?
Come here, you little fucking
And
broke
then-
bastard.
All right. Correct me if I'm wrong,
Told
but the first day you just came behind the counter, right?
Yeah, I just walked back there.
So I'm thinking, yo, who the fuck is this nigga just walking back here?
It's a stick up, nigga.
And it's like they tell you to not be confrontational. So I'm like, what is going on? Am I going to get robbed? Just let this shit rock. So I'm
Hey,
like,
buddy, who fuck
word.
are
So then he was like, yo, what's good? And I'm like, hey. And then that's when I get a call from the manager. He's like, oh yeah, so we have a new employee. Teach him everything you know. This is basically going to be like your first project to see if you deserve this like promotion type. And then I'm looking at him and I'm like,
Nigga said, hold on. Nigga said, let's see if you deserve a management position
Right.
at a underperforming retail store.
Right.
Let's keep that in mind, y'all. Keep that in mind that they said
it's
that.
fucking crazy. Anyway, I'm thinking he's about to give me hell because Jay Sean walk in. Did you walk in with like a whole sweatsuit?
So, right. So the uniform at GameStop, niggas wanted you to wear like jeans and a t-shirt that they sold there.
Right.
Niggas ain't tell me that, nigga. I came in a polo sweatsuit looking regular like,
Yeah, so I'm thinking, nah. Why the fuck y'all bringing a hood nigga in this establishment, bro? Like, we in Midtown Manhattan, right? I'm thinking like, all I see is Asian people and white people. Why the hell you bringing a hood nigga in here? Like, I work here to get away from the hood.
diversity clause, affirmative action in GameStop.
Word. So I'm like, all right, fake. I'm an Afro Latino. They just brought another Afro Latino in. I'm like, all right, okay, whatever. So I didn't like the nigga at first. I'm not gonna lie, but that was my prejudice. I was just like, cause I knew how hood niggas move, so I'm thinking he gonna move like a regular hood nigga.
Nigga, a racist. It's all right. I forgive you.
Type shit. Nah.
Type shit.
It's like one of those things. Like you know the type of person you are. You know the type of person you grew up around. You're like, I just don't trust him. Anyway. So yeah, I was like, I wasn't fucking with him, but then like, as the days passed by, I'm like, yo, this is a cool ass nigga. Like, so that's basically what we're getting into. This is how we met. Now I want to know what your thought process was when you first like met me that day.
I'll tell my work history. I'll get into it.
Yeah.
I started working. YMCA used to be in my high school, and I started working with them.
Right.
You know, I was cool with the kids. You know, I was good with kids. You know, watching them and shit. It was a small classroom, little 6-year-olds, 7-year-olds. Let them run around, do whatever.
Right.
Then I became a summer camp counselor, and then they brought me on for after school. And then I was working after school for like a year or two. Niggas fired me. I was doing wild shit, bro. Cause at first I was really into my job. Like I was like, hanging out with the kids is fun, man. Make them laugh, haha, a little joke here and there. But then I started to see my coworkers, and all these niggas is regular niggas, bro. Like they not know. Oh, I love hanging out with kids. Niggas like, bro, I just need this fucking check. Like, so I'm like, all right, bet. Like, and I started to see like, it started at 2. I worked from 2 to 6. So I would get up from school at 2, and I would go right to work at like 2:15. I'll get there. Then I work from 2:15 to like 6:30, right?
Right.
Everybody shift started at 2. Niggas walking in 3:30, 4. I seen a bitch walking at 5:30.
Nah, that's
Shit in at 6. The kids
like,
go home at 6.
Be like, I get there when I get there.
I see shit like that. I was like, all right, I'm starting to peep how niggas move. I'm like, bet.
Word.
So I started doing little shit like letting the kids fight. That was probably my favorite thing I used to do. They used to be like little niggas arguing. They used to be like, bro, like, you fucking stole my toy. You stole my this. Nigga push him. Nigga push nigga back. I'm like, yo, y'all wanna go fight?
Word.
Let them niggas shoot out for 30 seconds.
Right,
then,
shoot the 30.
Right, and they got good, bro. So, you know, word started to get around. I was doing that. I had to chill on that, right? I had to say, like, oh, I just didn't get that.
Nigga made his own fight club, a little nigga fight club after school.
Yo, I'll never forget one time, this nigga, because I would try not to let them go too hard, so it wasn't really hurting each other, but just so they could get it on, right?
Right.
Why, nigga? One kid, it was a black kid and a white kid, so I was already rooting for the black kid. I was like, you know what, bro? I got $50 on my son. He had some hood name like Devarius. I was like, I put $50 on that nigga versus
nigga with a name like Devarius. You coming up on top of any sport.
Nigga, white kid punched him one time. Nigga weaved the second one. Hooked that nigga in his eye, bro. I thought that nigga eye fell out. I was like, oh, you good, Thomas? I was like, nah, you good. Whatever. Then nigga Thomas' dad come. Nigga Thomas' dad always the first nigga there too, so I had to do this in front of all the parents.
Damn.
Nigga Thomas' dad woke up and say, oh my God. No, he said something like some white shit like, oh my Lord and Jesus heaven, what happened to you, Thomas? My poor I'm like, bro, what, bro? Nigga talking to him. He's like, what happened? He was like, Mr. T-Sean made us fight. Like, bro, y'all wanted to get it on.
Nah. You know what the first rule of Fight Club is, right?
Don't fucking talk about it. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. I'm looking at that nigga like, nah, you serious right now, bro? So he's like, Mr. T-Sean made us fight. Nigga holding his eye. He got this big ass black ring around his eye. He's like, what happened? He's looking at me. He's not like mad to the point where he want to hit me, but he's mad like
he's fuming.
Obviously something just happened to his
He's like,
son.
why I oughta?
But I'm looking at this nigga like, bro, you pussy, bro. I'd have beat me up if I was you. Like, you a bitch.
Right.
And I'm 18, right? So I'm thinking I could really take on the world right now. I was, helping a student with their homework. I couldn't see what was going on behind me.
Right.
By the time I looked, it was too late. The other student has already been dealt with. We called their parents and everything. This, that, and the third. He was like, all right, I trust you.
He put your word over his son.
Nigga, his son looked at him like, what, bro? Take me out of here.
They're like, yo, Pops, this nigga got my ass lying. Like,
yo, bro.
And he put $50 that I lose.
No funny shit. I was thinking about calling CPS on that dad, because really, like,
word.
You taking my word? I'm a stranger, bro. You don't know me from a can of paint, bro. I looked at the nigga, the little nigga that beat him up, Devarius, nigga going home. Actually, I don't know if that's his name, but he has some crazy name.
Shit, yeah.
I'm like, yo, good shit, my nigga. Like, you did your thing, nigga. You showed that nigga. Fuck that word, though.
I put a parlay on you.
Beat that nigga up again.
Every leg hit.
So, long story short, they fired me. I was doing dickhead shit like that all the time. I'll tell y'all more about those activities later. My man's was working at Foot Locker at the time, or back when it was Foot Action. He was working at Foot Action. He was like, yo, bro, come work with me. I was like, bet. Let me apply. He's like, you got to go through Foot Locker first and then get the transfer.
Where?
So I applied, right? I'm like, okay, I'm going to go to Foot Locker and transfer over to Foot Action type shit. And so I applied to interview dumb easy. They ask you the stupidest questions like, what's your favorite kind of shoe? What, I see, you just have to look the part, really, basically.
Wait.
And I look like
you
I
know
work
what the fuck you talking about.
I look like I work at Foot Locker. I'm not going to lie. So
You don't look like you work at GameStop.
I don't look like I work at that transition is a little hard to explain, but I look like I work at Foot Locker. So, right, interview is easy. I get in there, boom. Now, this job, I really got it so I can resell the shoes. We have a discount card, so it's 30% off. So if a shoe is like $170, I get it for $110, $120.
Beautiful.
Right, and I could resell it for $170, even if I want to, or $200, whatever it was going for, right?
Exactly.
So I was making money, and it was tough. So the way it went was, it goes, managers get the first pick, full-timers get the second pick, part-timers, whatever. But I was a top part-timer, so I was fake, basically, right? So I was a top part-timer, so I was getting top pick, and then I had moved up to part-time stock. And part-time stock is where it get interesting, because stock counts as full-time. Yeah. And they ain't have a full-time guy, so I was basically stock, so I was getting first pick, right? And so, I was fucking with the job at first. It was easy. The hours was fake. They was on dick a little bit. Like, we would close at 10, so I would work from 12 to 10.
Oh, no, that's OD.
Yeah, that's kind of, it was trash a little bit.
I thought 12 to 9 was crazy. 12 to 10, that's wild.
It would be like 12 to 10, or if I opened, it would be like 9 to 6.
Right. 9
to 7:30. I wasn't really jacking it, but I was making so much money with the shoes. Like, and I would sell shoes every day, right? So even if it was just like Air Forces, I would swipe on a pair of Air Forces, $90. That turned like $60. I sold it to a nigga for $75. Just made $15. Bought myself some lunch. I'm up right now, right? So I was doing that. I was making a lot of money doing that. And then I had a light bulb, bright idea. I was like, if I'm saving money 30%, what if I just steal it?
What if I have it 100%?
If I steal it, I get it I don't have to pay any money. I get the full. Now I just made $200.
Word. Now you eating and they not.
Right now, I'm making bread, but I'm making dumb bread, right? So I'm like, all right, boom. I'm like, let me even think how I can steal. So, I'm stock. I'm looking at where the shipment goes. The way it goes is the nigga, FedEx come through the front door. Whoever's delivering the packages come through the front door. I sign in all the sneakers. I'll be like, this box is here, this box is here, this box is here, off the manifest. I take it downstairs, I unbox it, and I put it like in the shelves where it needs to go so that the associates can come grab this nigga, get the fuck out of here, right? And so my job was calm because I would do it, unbox the sneakers. I start like 9 to 5, but I would start at 9, finish all the shipment by 12, really just chill out till 5. But so I took that extra time to be like, okay, where's these cameras at, right? Had one camera in the back door.
Out.
Right, like a little heist type shit. Like a GTA heist. I had to scope that bitch out. So I'm like, okay, boom, boom, boom. And then I tried to be slick with it, and I was like, okay, this is where the camera's at. What cameras don't work? Because there was a few that don't work. Now, what I didn't know at the time, I know now, is that the cameras that didn't work was for, what's the name of that department? It's like
HR?
Asset protection.
Oh, yeah.
Asset protection.
Yeah.
So the cameras that didn't work, it's supposed to look like they don't work, so you could steal in front of them and they could fire you, right?
Damn.
So in the we have where the shoes is at, and then we have where the clothes is at, right? So the clothes is all the way in the back, and there's no camera. So what I would do was I would put like a pair of sneakers in a box that has clothes.
Right.
I would take the clothing box to the clothing room, take the shoes out the bag, stuff them just in my coat or something, right? Or if I wanted to steal some clothes like Ethika, every pair of Ethika I got, I stole from Foot Locker. I would just put them shits on in the apparel room and walk out. Nobody ever got the better. I was stealing from them probably like a year. Remember, this is all jokes.
This is satire.
Not a true story.
Exactly.
Not admissible in court. And so, right, I was steal, boom, boom, boom. There's other ways to steal from Foot Locker, and I was, but I'm not going to give away the method because I know my niggas still doing that. Do y'all thing, bro.
Don't want to get them caught up.
Yeah, get y'all money, bro. I know y'all fake, y'all moving right now. So, right, type shit. One day, I tried to get a little ahead of myself, and a FedEx nigga came in. It's beef with this nigga to that day. I see that nigga.
FedEx nigga K to this dick.
I'm catching the PD. I see. Word to mommy, bro. So, word to bro, really. So, nigga come in. He asked about the cool grades. He's like, oh, you could get them any faster, like any earlier? I was like, nah, bro, you fake gotta get it unless we steal it. And he was like, oh, we could do that. Like
he was with the shits immediately.
Here's my. But I thought that's what he suggested because the nigga said, "Can you get them any earlier?" Nigga, how am I gonna get them earlier? You deliver them. Can you get them any earlier?
Before me?
Can you get them to me earlier? Nigga said, "Can you get them?" So right, I'm like, okay, the nigga down back, and so nigga gave me his number. I texted nigga. He's like, "Oh, how can we do this?" I'm like, "Bro, all you gotta do is you take it out the truck, park the truck a little further down the block." Take it out the truck. My man's gonna come up in the car. You put the box in the car. It's like a case, like 24 shoes.
Right.
Put the thing in the car. There you go. I'll give you like 4 or 5 pairs. Break you off with that. I'll keep the rest of the pairs. That would have been like probably $2,000-3,000 off that box, right?
Nah, facts.
He's like, bet, we gonna do it. December come around when the shoe release, he never want to do it. So I'm like, all right, whatever, bro, you pussy. So we don't do it. We end up not stealing at all. Then I get it was a whole bunch of stuff happening at Foot Locker at the time. Like, they mandated the vaccine. And my manager, shout out to Omar, he a cool nigga, but nigga was paranoid. He a little crazy nigga, so he was like, no, bro, I can't do it. Nigga's like 50. He was a fucking Foot Locker manager, so nigga was weird, right? He was like, nah, I can't do it. He quit on the spot. And a few other niggas had quit. So the chain of command was kind of weird. Since I was there the longest, I was fake, like, basically like right under assistant manager, right? So we got a new assistant manager. We got 2 new assistant managers, and they was looking for a general manager. I was fucking with one of the assistant managers. That was fake my little boot thing or whatever. And then the other assistant manager, she wasn't fucking with me for a couple reasons, right? Low-key, I know what she wanted to do, bro. And then, like, it's like a power struggle thing, when like niggas come in, they want you to listen to them. You don't really be listening to them. Like, fuck out of here, right?
Yeah.
It was that type of shit, right? So she was on my dick looking for a way to get me out of here, bro. Like, on my dick crazy. So then one day she's just talking about her front, whatever. And FedEx is always stealing packages from Foot Locker, like constantly. Like, it's a big ass problem since I got there.
Right.
So that's why I thought to use the FedEx nigga, because niggas won't even suspect.
Exactly.
Right. That's what I had thought. So whatever. She's just talking. She's like, oh, y'all about to be under investigation. My manager about to open an investigation on y'all. He's like, nigga looks her in the eye and says, nah, you need to look at the stock guy. He's the one.
Nigga.
He's the one y'all need to watch out for.
Nigga said, not me.
Now, mind you, I'm not there, right? I'm not there. The assistant manager that hate me, she's next to the assistant manager that's my bitch, low key. So she like, then she texts me. She's like, have you ever stolen from Foot Locker? I'm like, why the fuck would I tell you that? No, of course not. Like, let's keep it right. And so then they open an investigation into me, but they don't tell me, right? I'm under investigation. So it starts to be little shit like, the assistant manager don't like me. She's like, oh, let me do the stock with you. Yeah. So I do it, whatever. Like, I'm doing it right. Obviously, I'm not going to steal while they're there.
Right.
Whatever. And then we have something called audit, right? And there's an audit at Foot Locker every couple of months.
Right.
They do an audit to make sure the inventory is good. But what I learned is that there's a threshold at a lot of retail stores, right? So it's a threshold to which the company is comfortable losing product. So you could report product missing, like, oh, this pair of pants didn't come in, that's $100 pants, we just lost that, whatever.
Right.
So depending on your store, it's a different threshold. My store threshold was, I think, 10,000.
Right.
So I was like, okay, I could still fake probably like $4,000 or $5,000 worth of shit.
Right.
Let the other $4,000 or $5,000 be like real shit that's missing.
Right.
And then boom, right? And I could, since I'm the stock guy, I report it missing, so I could say whether it's missing, whether it got stolen, like sometimes somebody would come in, snatch some shit and leave. I'd be like, oh, he took this shirt and really I had that shit on. And type shit, right?
The perfect ploy.
Nah, really though, type shit, right? So, you know, then the FedEx nigga, they open an investigation into me, right? I don't even know. So it's regular. I'm thinking everything is cool, everything is regular. 2 months go by. These niggas think they the feds. They was holding on to that investigation for a long time.
Wow.
They think they the fucking feds. One day, it's a nigga that come, he knock on the door, right? Before we open, it's like 8:30. He knock on the door. I'm looking at the nigga like, nigga, we closed, bro. Nah, I used to do this thing where customers would come early. I'd be like, pull the door. He pull on it. I'm like, oh, because we fucking closed. And the nigga,
idiot.
I'm like, pulling the door. He pulling mad hard. I'm like, oh, because we fucking not open, nigga. The time is on the door, bro.
Right.
So the nigga, he's like, he pulls out like some ID, and I go look at it. It say Foot Locker on it. So I'm like, oh, my bad. I didn't know you work here. What's good? You knew? He's like, nah. He just walked past me. You go downstairs. Like, all right.
Like, I'm the owner of this establishment.
Like, all right, bitch ass nigga. Whatever, right? He go in. Then everybody else start to come in. I tell my other manager, I'm like, yo, like, it's a nigga downstairs, whatever. She's like, oh, don't worry about him. Cool. I go, I'm doing the stock shit, right? I'm playing my music. He's just on his computer typing. I'm like, okay, he's just doing some dickhead shit. He's like, yo, you can turn that off real quick? So who the fuck is you?
Like, why you on my
Who the fuck
dick,
is you?
nigga?
So I ignore the nigga. I'm not even listening to him. I ignore him. I'm like, all right, nigga, suck my dick. So I'm listening to the shit. Yeah. Then he turned it off. I'm like, yo. He go, yo, I need to talk to you real quick. And I sit down. I'm like, yo, what's up? He was like, you're the stock guy, right? I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, so what do you do here? I'm like, nigga, I take shoes out of the box. I put them somewhere. I go on about my day. Whatever. I'm not really jagging this nigga. Nigga turn off my music. I'm trying to enjoy my day. He go, oh, okay. Let me introduce myself. My name is Toby Dickhead, and I'm asset protection and internal affairs kind of.
Nigga pulled it like he's Interpol.
Yeah, he mad official title, bro. I said, okay, all right, cool. What's up? He go, so you guys had an order recently? I was like, yeah, we did. I was here all night, fucking sucked, whatever. Yeah. He was like, yeah, so there was this pair of cool grays missing. Do you have anything to do with that? And I honestly didn't, so I'm like, no, nigga, I didn't, bro.
Right.
And he's like, oh, interesting. Then he pulls up the text between me and the FedEx guy. So on this thing right here, it says that you play, and he starts getting like mad animated. So I'm looking at myself like, yo, should I smack the shit out of this?
I'm not feeling this energy.
Like, bro, this is just work, bro. Like, I could really get you. Bro, I'll knock you out right here. So, boom. So he's talking. I'm like, all right, whatever. Like, he's like, it says you were planning to steal this, that, and the third. Like, can you steal from? Like, is it that easy to? Whatever. He's talking. And then I'm like, at first I'm like, nah, that's not me.
Yeah.
Because it had a different number. I changed my number. I'm like, that's not my number.
Right.
He's like, oh, okay. And he calls the manager downstairs. He's like, can you call Mr. Rivera? And she called me. She's like, oh, so it is your number. This is you. And I was like, interesting. I was like, you got me there. And then he's like, so did you steal the cougar? And I'm like, bro, I did not steal that, bro. Like, that's missing. That's not on me.
Yeah.
Run the cameras. And you know what they do? They're like, well, we don't have you stealing the cool grays. But back in February, of 2019, there's this video of you bringing an Air Force box into the apparel room. You come out, there's no Air Force box.
Right. Yo,
like,
nigga, that was the setup. Like, nigga knew you didn't steal the cool grades, but he's like, how can I catch this nigga in a lie?
So what they had was they didn't have me actually steal anything on camera. Right. They just have me walking in with a box, and then when they cross-reference the box be like empty or like it's not reported stolen later.
Right.
Like in a police report. He's like, all right, we could do this the easy way, we could do this the hard way. You could agree to pay for the cool grays, and we won't call the police. We'll call the police. You're gonna have to pay for it anyway. He said, all right, so we'll come with a payment plan. I gave him niggas $20. I never. He's like, I'm gonna have to escort you out. Niggas escorted me out. I waited there for 3 hours. I was like, let me see if this FedEx nigga show up. I'm about to fuck. I'm about to. I had the. I'm not gonna say what I had in my pocket, but I had something in my pocket. I was like, this nigga, he picked the wrong day. He picked the wrong day to fuck with me, boy. I had it in my pocket. I was like, yo, boy, all right.
Nah, that's crazy. Cause it's one thing to like say, "Oh, watch your stop, boy." There's another thing to be like a whole rat in the investigation.
Bro, it's one thing if niggas is investigating you. If you get pulled into things and then you snitch on me, okay, you a bitch, but all right. Nigga, dry snitch, nobody was looking at you. You just said that.
Right.
For no fucking other reason but just to be a dickhead. Nigga said, actually, I know who's stealing.
Right. Don't look at me.
On some bullshit. So I wait for 3 hours in the cold. It's February. It's fucking brick in New York right now. It's February. FedEx truck pull up. A whole new nigga pop out. I'm like, yo, where's this nigga? I'm not gonna say the nigga name because when I catch you, I catch you.
Because it's still lit for him.
I catch you, right? But I'm like, yo, where's such and such? Nigga say he called out sick today. You a bitch ass nigga, boy. You a bitch ass nigga. So whatever, I get clipped from for that for Foot Locker, right? Niggas fired me. All right, whatever. At the time at GameStop, my aunt baby father was the manager, assistant manager there.
Yes,
right? Bitch ass nigga, but he was assistant manager there, right?
We're gonna call the nigga Tampa.
Or call that nigga Miami. One of them Florida cities. That's
Wait.
So the nigga, right? And nigga in there. And I'm telling my aunt, like, oh, I'm applying for this job and this job. And the nigga was already fiending for me to work for GameStop when I was working at Foot Locker. Like, when the PS5s came out, that's how I got my PS5. He was like, yo, you can work here. It's easy, this, that, and the third.
Right.
I was like, nigga, I'm not one of y'all niggas.
So I look like a nerd to you, nigga?
Nah. That's like how I felt. I was like, nigga, what?
Listen, the stereotype GameStop employee, they come in bunches like, we are a rare commodity.
Yes. Yes, bro. We is not the typical GameStop worker. So I'm like, nigga, I'm not a virgin, bro. I get pussy. I get bitches, bro. Like, I'm not working with y'all niggas.
Right.
So the nigga go, so whatever. So I call my aunt. I'm like, yeah, I'm about to apply for this security job, this, that, and the third. She's like, no, why don't you go work at GameStop, this, that, and everything. And I had another job. I was working 2 jobs. I had an ice cream shop job, which I also got fired from for stealing.
Nice.
So my first day, I come in. It's a nigga at the register. And his boss tell me go upstairs and talk to this nigga. He'll show you the ropes. I go upstairs. Like, what's good, nigga? Nigga go, all right. I'm like,
it suddenly got urban in here.
I'm like, word. And that's the word niggas at GameStop used to use to describe me. He used to call me urban. I did not like that shit, bro. I was not jacking that. So I'm like, what's good? To this nigga Joe. Nigga Joe go, hi. I'm like,
who the
nah,
fuck
it's that weird shit I don't like at Gate, so I ain't want to be here, bro. It's that weird shit.
Hey, you see a nigga just walk behind the counter, you don't even fucking know, because my manager didn't give me the okay yet. I'm thinking, like, who the fuck is this nigga walking back here? Like, what memo did I not get?
And we look completely different because he had like the they wanted you to wear like the anime t-shirt.
Word.
And like the
I'm
pants.
looking like a virgin.
He looked.
this nigga came and looked like he just sold a pack. Like,
yeah, so I came in and I could see where the discrepancy was, but I'm looking like the nigga like, nigga, what's good? Like, what we supposed to do, bro? You want me to sell these games and shit? So whatever. That's how we had met. And then the same day I come to GameStop, I get a call from the ice cream place. So me and my mans, instead of working at Foot Locker, we used to work at an ice cream place called I don't particularly want to say the name, you know,
right?
Whatever, right? And so it was a self-serve ice cream place. Niggas used to come in, make their own ice cream. But I used to have a thing where I was like, what if instead of you paying for the ice cream, you just tip me? I'll give you the ice cream for free. I think that's advantageous to everybody.
Anything to get $1.
So I was like, so at first it started off small. I was like, at first it started small, and I was like, okay, well, if you give me a tip, promise to give me a tip, I'll knock a couple dollars off your ice cream. Right? Then it started to become, okay, I see a nigga just pulled out a 20. Your ice cream just went from $15 to $6. Mm-hmm. What you gonna do with the rest of that 20 now? Right? You give me $10. So word to bro, we was walking out every night, $20 a piece in tips from a self-serve ice cream place.
That's crazy.
On top of our check, right? Which would be fat because we used to work all day, like 11 to 11.
Right.
So we was working like 30 hours in 2 days, type shit.
That's crazy.
So my math is fucked up. Laugh if you want, nigga. I got something for y'all. So right, I got fired that same day, So, you know, I go back to GameStop. Now I'm starting to act right because I think need this job now. Like, I think need this job now.
Only option.
So I'm starting to act right a little bit. And so I'm starting to, you know, try to be cool with the nigga. You know, try to be a little, you know, get into the games. Like, dude, I used to play Spyro when I was a kid. You guys like that?
I say that's one thing about Jay Sean. This nigga had the brightest personality in the room. Because, like, even if you didn't want to talk to him, the way he, like, approached you, it's like...
Smooth nigga, bro.
Like,
you know,
I can't not talk to this nigga no matter how hard I try.
I'm some smooth nigga, bro. So I would be, you know, I would try to get into it with niggas and cool, but niggas was just, everybody else at GameStop was just so weird in the way that they would do shit.
Yeah.
That, like, I really wasn't fucking with nobody but Joe, because when I would talk to Joe, it would be like, nigga, we don't gotta talk about games, bro. Like, I'm a nigga outside of here.
Right.
Everybody else would be like, bro, this fucking game, man, it's just so fucking.
That was their whole life, bro. We had a manager who, bro, he worked there 40 hours out of the week.
Loser.
Left, went home, played for however much time is in the day, came back. A game will have just come out. This nigga will come back the next
And
day.
beat it.
100% completed.
And would brag
With
to
trophies.
us. And would brag to us. Like, that was the coolest shit in the world. He would be like, yeah, remember that game that came out yesterday? I think it was when Elden Ring came out. He was like, remember? He's like, you know that game Elden Ring? I was like, yeah. He said, just complete this shit. Here you go.
It's crazy, bro. You know what's wild? I have him on PlayStation, right? And every single game I ever played, it will say friends who also play, and that nigga's icon is always there. Like, bro,
get a fucking life, bro.
Like,
nigga
what the fuck is wrong with you?
That nigga a father now too. I feel bad for his.
Oh yeah,
kid,
I feel bad for the baby mother. I feel bad for the kid. I hope he changes act. But that nigga pushing 30, you know, niggas pushing 30 never change.
Fuck that nigga, bro. I see him, I'm kicking
Once
the
you
stroller.
like that for the rest of your life. That's it.
I see that nigga, I'm kicking the stroller, bro. Fuck that nigga, bro.
That's crazy.
Kicking the stroller, nigga. Watch out for me.
What's up? But yeah, at the end of the day, we bonded over the funniest thing ever, right? This is when our friendship actually started to grow. And I'm gonna let Jay Sean start, and then I'm gonna finish it.
Boy, so we work in the fucking graveyard shift.
Yes.
It's like store closed at like 10. It's like 8:30. So we getting ready to close this shit up early, right? We like, fuck these nerd ass niggas. Some niggas come in, fucked up. They drunk.
Yes.
They falling over themselves, talking. I'm like, these niggas about to blow mom. Like,
OD.
Go home, nigga, you drunk? He was like, let's go to the GameStop. Dickhead. So, right? Niggas come in, and they talking, and they like, they talking to us like regular.
Yeah, like, bro, they were in the line. There's niggas behind them, and they just talking, and then we're fake trying to like be like, yo, there's people behind who actually try to buy, and they didn't give a fuck. They was like, they can wait, and then niggas talking to us about bullshit, bro.
Nothing.
Right, like it literally, there was
nothing.
no substance to the conversation.
Bare nothing.
When it came to the time that the conversation was about to wrap up, they was like, all right, we going over here. We gonna come back. We gonna come back for something, like with something for y'all. And then we was like, all right, like, we thinking they bullshitting, like, niggas, drunk niggas just talking shit, trying to be nice to us. We're like, all right, whatever.
Word.
And then niggas come back.
Niggas come back with them little bottle of liquor shits.
Wait.
So we can do shots.
They come back with shot bottles for us.
Uh-huh.
And I think it was like 2 each for us, right?
Uh-huh.
And then we like, oh, good looks. Because now we're like, okay, y'all wasn't bullshitting. So we was like, all right, good looks. You know, after the shift, we gonna take this shit. They was like, drink it now.
I thought they put something in that shit.
So now I'm looking at, I'm like,
said, drink it now.
I'm on shift. Our manager was still there.
Uh-huh.
She was still down.
She sure was.
So I'm like, nigga, they're like, if you don't take it now, we're taking it back. And then at a point, I was like,
so, nigga, I ain't no bitch.
Right. At first, I was like, so then take it back, nigga. Then I'm like, I look at Jay, and Jay look at me, and we fake was like,
We good, nigga.
all right, whatever. First, we made sure that shit cracked. We over that shit, because if that shit didn't crack, I'm like, yeah, y'all good on this.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to get drugged.
That
like,
ass.
and our shit was almost over, so niggas would have waited for us outside, drugged us, took us in 2 ways. and I was not trying to jack that.
I'm not fucking with that word, though.
So me and Jay was like, fuck it, crack that shit open, cheers. Round the floor, we have a video and everything.
Yep.
Probably throw that bitch up.
That ass, though. Word. That shit was tough, word. And that really solidified our friendship.
Right.
I think that same night, I had that nigga on PlayStation.
Yeah.
We started playing video games together.
Like you actually someone I could see myself hanging out with outside of here.
The rest is history, baby, now.
Yes, sir. And now
Fuck
look,
is you talking about?
Where everything else is fuck is you talking
Fuck
about.
is you talking about, word. Fuck is
We
niggas talking
mans,
about?
fuck is you talking about.
That ass, though.
And now we here making a podcast. I'm inside this nigga's crib.
Pause. Hey, yo. I didn't like the way it came out. I wasn't jacking it.
I'm inside this nigga.
Trip.
Nah. But yeah, there's gonna be a lot more adventures, a lot more stories, a lot more entertaining thing. We're gonna have guests periodically.
Bow, bow. All that shit, nigga. What they say in Brooklyn is
what he said, but Bronx to his dick now.
See, that's why you can't jack Brooklyn niggas, bro. Brooklyn niggas always.
Nah. You know what's so funny? Like, I never cared about the beef between the Bronx and Brooklyn, but it's just so funny to me when niggas take that shit to heart.
Word, though.
But you from the Bronx now? I can't fuck with you.
Nah, I had a few bitches tell me, "Oh, you from the Bronx? It's quiet, bro. Fuck a dirty Brooklyn nigga, bro. A nigga from Harlem that get no money, bro. How you a nigga from Harlem who get no money and the bitch go fuck him? But not me.
Nah, that's facts. Like, nigga, it's a fucking train stop away.
Harlem is right. I could throw a rock in Harlem right now.
Word. Nigga, that's a 5-minute walk.
Word, bro. Bitches kill me, bro. Niggas kill me, bro.
Honest to God, like, the anti-Bronx agenda in Brooklyn used to be so tough that when I used to picture people from the Bronx, I think y'all niggas is in like a zombie apocalypse. I'm thinking there's trash all on the streets. I'm thinking bitches is burning from the waist down.
That anti-Bronx propaganda is real. We got something for y'all, though. We up right now. Like, niggas is pop, bro. Stop it, bro.
Not fast.
We up, bro.
I started making more trips here. I'm like, oh, you know, this place a little calm. Probably won't go to the P's, though. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, nah.
I don't even want to go to the P's in Brooklyn, bro, if I'm be real. And I live in the P's in Brooklyn.
That's a different story, different time, my man.
Yep, so in for next time.
But we out of here, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Fuck is y'all talking about? Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. What else we got? MySpace, Friendster. Write us a letter. Tune in, nigga. Get in tune.
Piff.
That piff. Word. What's the other shit? LimeWire our shit. Do bro. All that shit, bro.
Gangsta Grills.
Burn a fucking DVD of this shit.
Word.
We out of here, nigga.
Play this shit in your crib.
We out of here, nigga. Fuck is you talking about?
On the court, fuck a sideline, I'ma drive. I'm in the paint, find me in the night, brothers got him by my side. Pick up the pace, run it back, talk shit, then we gon' slide. I'm in your face.